Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Ax is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAx.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. You can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a week. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Here with me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Summerow. And Dennis, it is now time to get to know the head coaches in our coaches profiles for this one, our Midwest Financial coaches profile. The lineup at Midwest Financial Group consists of coaches for your financial world, organizing all of the players for your personal team for the best chance of success. Behind every team is a great coach. Let the team at Midwest Financial Group be yours for your financial planning needs. Head to mfgteam.com to get started today on your financial future. That's mfgteam.com. Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor. So, Dennis, let's start with the Mukwonago Indians and their head coach.
Mike Ganevok, 7th year here at Mukwonago, 13th year overall. He's a Fort Atkinson native. It's his 26th year of coaching, including his assistants. He's also the head track and field coach and a physical education teacher at the school. Graduated from Watertown Luther Prep, and where he was a 3-sport athlete. And also he ended up playing college football at Martin Luther College in New Ulm, Minnesota. And his coaching career began as a grad assistant at Martin Luther College. He was at Arrowhead until 2012 when he took over as head coach at Fond du Lac High School, back up my neck of the woods. And then he became the head coach of Mukwonago in 2018, where he's had a lot of success.
And then what about the Muskego Warriors?
Well, he's a Hall of Fame coach. We could take 10 minutes just reading his resume alone. It's his 28th year, overall 17th year. He actually started coaching when he was 21. Oh, man, the guy's a legend. He is in the Coaches Hall of Fame, inducted in 2023. Led Muskego to their first state championship in 2018. They repeated in 2019. They probably would have in 2020, but that was the pandemic year. They were 9-0, finished number 1, and there were just 2 rounds of the playoffs. Under him, Muskego has the 8th longest winning streak in Wisconsin high school history at 41. He's been a coach of the year. In 2018, it was for the state of Wisconsin by the Packers, the football coaches, Associated Press, USA Today. Incredible. Prior to becoming the head coach, he was the head football coach at West Allis Central. Found out we grew up about a mile apart in West Allis, so this is kind of a homecoming for Coach Krause. And he teaches special education at Muskego High School. This is the first time in 12 years he does not have a Krause on the team. His son Cody was a 2017 alum, Dylan 22, and twins Aiden and Ashton graduated last year. They're currently playing football at Winona State. He lives and breathes football, as do both coaches.
And both of these coaches, I mean, they're future Hall of Famers, right, Dennis?
Well, one, Ken already is,
Ken.
And Mike's working his way there.
Is there a level, just out of curiosity here, Dennis, for Ken, like he's already in the Wisconsin Coaches Hall of Fame? Do we know of a national one that he can get into?
There's a national one, yes. We've had a number of coaches from Wisconsin have been selected. It seems like every other year we have a coach going to the national. So that's where he's headed.
This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. Again, here with me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Summerow. as we count down closer and closer to the opening kickoff of this state semifinal battle between the Mukwonago Indians and the Muskego Warriors. So, Dennis, I know we talked about it there in the opening segment a little bit, but for those maybe joining a little bit later, they see this Muskego team sitting at a 4 seed, all of a sudden all the way in for a all the way into a state semifinal game here this evening. Like, somebody who's not paying attention, they're saying, like, what the heck? You know, they lost a number of games this year. Like, how did they get here? What's the secret?
They were predicted to be here. They should be here. This is their, like, given right, I want to say. This is one of the premier programs in the state. They beat Neenah, Oak Creek, and Pewaukee to open the season, had a 7-0 lead on Mukwonago when Labish, their stud running back, after he had a 51-yard run, 4 carries for 52 in that game, he went out. And then they also lost, as I said earlier, 2 starting linemen and 2 tight ends. So for the next couple of games, they struggled. They lost to Arrowhead 7-3 and to Germantown 3-0. So their defense was great. They just couldn't put any points on the board. And this wing T, you really need everybody in sync. When you got a couple of new linemen, that was something they had overcome. They bounced back and routed Kettle Moraine 49-7. Lost to Oconomowoc. They got for Waukesha West, the last game of the regular season. Labish came back, and in the playoffs, he's rushed for 623 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's the impact he has. He's also a bell cow. Coaches like to say, the guy that you ride. Now, they had a couple other guys that were able to carry the ball, Jackson Nemec and Nick Lato, who've done a good job, but the guy they need there is Labish, and he's a horse.
Well, and especially considering he plays that fullback position in this wing T offense, so much of their offense sets up off of what he does and what they try to get him the ball by forcing that defense to look inside, go inside, constantly be thinking and looking that direction to then be able to hit guys like Nemec and Lato on the outside or those sweeps or those counters, and it stirs the entire drink for the Warriors offense.
Yeah, and it helps. They have a sophomore quarterback, Joey Shaw. It's the first time he's had a quarterback who's been a sophomore in that position. So it says a lot about, one, Joey, but two, that Labish is the guy that takes a lot of pressure off Joey. 2 things about Jack. He runs with an attitude, and he's a difference maker. He's averaging almost 7 yards a carry. So you almost get a first down every time he touches the ball. So that guys like that you can't replace, even though they had the outside, they had Lato and Nemec. Just they were missing that one piece once he got back, and they're on their fourth tight end. So they've had to make some adjustments during the season, but they're back where they thought they'd be back in August.
Well, and you speak about where we expected this team to be. I think it's also worth noting the fact that in our ESPN Wisconsin media poll, we had initially, or you did as one of the voters, you had the Muskego Warriors as the #1 team in the state for our large school poll. But as we just said, all of a sudden Labish goes down, has that dislocated elbow, they lose a couple of games, and they slid completely out of it. And honestly, I didn't realize it at the time during the season what had happened to them. I maybe would have suggested to some of our voters, let's keep them up a little bit more, because if he comes back, they're going to be exactly what we expect, and here they are in the state semifinal.
And that's the one thing coaches don't share during the season. It's like they don't want to use injuries as an excuse. But, when I looked at the beginning of the season, I thought the 2 teams that would be fighting to go to Camp Rando would be Franklin and Muskego. And we had Muskego. I had them 1 and Franklin 2. Well, when Muskego got healthy, they destroyed Franklin in the playoffs.
Yep.
That means they're back. And it's like the crowds get nuts. You can look out and see the stream of cars. Parking lot's going to be jammed. We got here when the place was empty, but we're going to have standing room only. So throwing a little kiss at you. We're going to rock and roll all night and party every day, because this is the game of the night to be at.
This isn't only the game of the night to be at, this is the game of the night to be tuned in on, watching. I know that there's state semifinal games going on all across the entire state, but this is the game of the year in the state of Wisconsin. The Mukwonago Indians and the Muskego Warriors, the biggest rivals in the entire state, playing the deepest they've ever played each other in the playoffs.
Bayport and DC Everest might think something different, but for these guys, this is the state championship game. Actually, this is the conference championship. I don't care what happened during the regular season. These guys just don't play each other. They represent the Classic 8. And in the Final Four in this side of the bracket, you had Arrowhead, who Mukwonago had to beat to get here. So, I mean, they're battle-tested. Both teams are battle-tested, and they're ready to rock. And perfect night for high school football. 40 degrees, no rain, and we got a turf field, so we should have a pretty good vantage point up here tonight.
We will, as we will step aside for the national anthem as you are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get house.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that cover a full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm is dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how Midwest Financial Group can help set your future up for success. That's mfgteam.com. Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, FINRA/SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tax planning and fixed insurances are separate from and not offered through Commonwealth.
Craft your Brewers mini plan for the 2025 season, featuring all new 6-packs and 12-packs. Get in on the action with great ticket rates, marquee matchups, and priority seating. Plus, you'll get a limited edition Brewers Crowler with each 12-pack or pair of 6-packs. Looking to customize your games to fit your schedule? Build your own ticket plan options are also available. Pick the plan for you at brewers.com/ticket finder.
The number 7 just got a whole lot luckier because of Pizza Hut's $7 Deal Lovers menu. Enjoy all your Pizza Hut favorites from pizza, pasta, boneless wings, melts, cheese sticks, desserts, and so much more. All for $7 each when you buy 2 or more. With this lucky deal, you don't have to choose between great taste and great value. You can have both at Pizza Hut. Order on the app or online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Win or lose, we're going to walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high.
Welcome back to West Allis High School or Athletic Complex, as it's the joint site for West Allis Hale and West Allis Central. The Muskego Warriors will be kicking off from left to right. They're wearing their all-black uniforms with white numbers, and the Mukwonago Indians in their white jerseys, but they are the home team this evening with white helmets and silver pants, going almost with a Dallas Cowboys look for the home team, the Mukwonago Indians. Walden kicking it off, a line drive kick. This is going to be taken by Savasta at his own 5. Angles over to the right hash mark across the 20, 25, breaks tackles at the 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield, breaking a tackle at the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Mukwonago Indians.
95 yards.
The state semifinal gets started like David Gilreath with a bang. 17 seconds in, Dennis, and it's already a 6-0 lead for the Mukwonago Indians.
Pretty incredible. He took it down the right sideline, right in front of the Muskego bench. I'm sure the guys were tempted to reach out and tackle him because none of the players on the field could.
It'll be Ben Siganek, the senior kicker, coming on for the point after attempt. He's made 45 of them on the year. Chance to make this a 7-0 score.
And this is a repeat of their first meeting. Unlike that one, Muskego scored a touchdown and Savasta returned it for a touchdown. This time he takes the opening kickoff. It's his third kickoff return of the year for a touchdown. He also had one against Sun Prairie East at Sun Prairie East back week number 2. That was a Friday night game, the night the Badgers opened the regular season.
Siganex extra points, a little bit of a delay, but this time it is up and it is good. 7-0 our score. The Mukwonago Indians lead the Muskego Warriors, only 17 seconds off of the clock. Dennis, we're going to keep it right here because we got things going so quickly in this one on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Daniels Construction is a proud employee and family-owned business serving South Central Wisconsin for 71 years. Join an award-winning self-performing contractor committed to quality and excellence in every project. They offer multi-trade career opportunities with on-the-job paid training and career growth opportunities. Whether you're looking to start a new project or a new career, Daniels Construction is building better futures, people, and communities. Visit danielsco.com to learn more. So, Dennis, if you're the Muskego Warriors, definitely not the start that you wanted, giving up a 95-yard kick return touchdown to open up this game. But how do you respond? Is it a squib kick that's going to be kicked or pushed out of bounds? It looked like they tried to surprise Muskego. So Muskego will start with this one. It got knocked out of bounds at the 26, so that's where Muskego will start with the ball.
Well, Jackson Nemec's averaging 28 yards of return on kicks, so I'm sure Mukwonago didn't want to have them start around the 30 or 40-yard line.
It'll be the sophomore Joey Shaw in at quarterback. An empty backfield to start out of the formation, but now they will adjust. This is something that Muskego does regularly. So he brings Labish into the backfield for the wing T. Brings his running back into motion. Labish gets the handoff up the middle. He breaks away from a couple of tackles, spins forward, and he is going to have 11, maybe 12 on first down.
Noah Hebner with a tackle. Nice form tackle, but fortunately got in the secondary. 7 yards on that carry.
Muskego quickly back up to the line. They run the wing T. They love to run the ball, but they will move quickly on offense. Staying with that tight formation where they'll be the majority of the night. Nemec comes into motion. Labish again just bouncing off of tacklers, and he is up to the 43. Pickup of 8 on first down. We'll move it back a yard, 2nd and 7. Or 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard carry. Nemec into motion again. Labish gets the handoff again. Labish just lowering his shoulders. He's into Mukwonago territory down to the 47. It's a new set of downs for Muskego. The Warriors. So Muskego moves a lineman from the right side over to the left to have that unbalanced line over to the left side. It's a handoff for Lado. Lado trying to get around the edge. He's able to, gets upfield and is knocked out of bounds at the 40.
They're just doing chunk yards right now, 7-8 at a crack. Lado's first touch. And it's all hurry-up offense. You're going to see Mukwonago under the gun when they get the offense, but they're under center here, and they're going to get it snapped as fast as possible.
2nd and 4 after a 6-yard carry. Morawski, the left tackle, moving over to the right side of the line. Labish coming back into the backfield after he was in the slot. And it's a play action, throw it off to the flat for Labish. Labish has it inside the 40, inside the 30, spinning off a tackle, down the far sideline all the way down to the 20. So a rare pass for the Muskego Warriors. And they're down into the red zone, Dennis.
It's only his 6th pass attempt of the playoffs. We got a 1st and 10
10:16 to go in the first quarter of action. Mukwonago took the opening kickoff 95 yards to the house, and now Muskego trying to respond. Handoff for Labish, and he spins off the first tackle at the line of scrimmage and falls ahead for a pickup of 1, maybe 2.
We're going to have to settle in there a little bit on defense there from Mukwonago. Siskevich, number 97, the big horse there, 285 pounds, trying to plug up that hole.
The Mukwonago fans making as much noise as they can in front of us. Second down and 8, 9:50 to go. Shaw under center. Goes with a hard count, a little bit of movement from the D-line. Nobody jumped offside. Nemec gets the handoff to the left side. Dances away from tacklers, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. An 18-yard scamper from Jackson Nemec. The junior running back takes it in, and we're an extra point away from a tied game.
Pretty incredible there.
Dennis, I know I'm not Alex Strofe, but I'm going to make you do it. Anything you can do.
I can do better.
The Mukwonago Indians take the opening kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown. Muskego, they just march right down the field themselves for a touchdown drive and an extra point away from Gabe Walden from tying this one up. It's a high kick. It is through the uprights and good. 7-7 the score, 9:35 to go in the first quarter. We're all tied up in this state semifinal battle between Muskego and Mukwonago. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Construction has been building better futures, people, and communities right here in South Central Wisconsin. As an award-winning contractor, they specialize in a diverse workload and self-performing services. Daniels Construction is proud to be an employee and family-owned business. And as a dedicated youth apprentice employer, you can start or advance your career with their multi-trade opportunities and on-the-job paid training. Build your future with Daniels Construction today. Visit daniels-co.com to learn more.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Of PrepMania. Dennis, any chances we see Jack Savasta get another kickoff to him?
I'd kick it out of bounds if I were them.
Just go ahead, take it at the 40. And it's going to be a surprised onside kick, and instead it's at the 45 as that's pulled in easily by Luca Tess, the tight end for the Indians. So they'll start with great field position.
Well, that's a different way of looking at it, onside. So now you're only going to make them go 55 yards instead of 95 on the kickoff. Now we're going to get to see what Mukwonago does. And Radobicki.
Mason Radobicki, the senior running back. He'll be a couple of yards behind the senior quarterback, Mason Kelly, who's out of the pistol. He has a receiver to each side. Now Nick Martin comes into motion, and it'll be a handoff to Radobicki straight up the middle. He's inside Muskego territory down to the 44.
By the way, Savasta, Kelly, the quarterback, and Radobicki are all on the state track competitors. Kelly and Savasta are part of the 800 school record holder, and also the 200.
First down and 10. Kelly will be in the pistol. He's got one receiver split out to the near side. That's Nick Martin. Radobicki directly behind him. Radobicki's going to get a handoff up the middle yet again, but this time he is met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. That was Alex Chan, the middle linebacker in this 3-5 defense, Dennis. We're going to see 5 linebackers for the Warriors tonight.
Yes, Warriors are going to be going, they'll do a 3-3, 3-5. They're going to kind of mix things up here a little bit. They got to keep an eye on for Muskego on that defensive line. He's a candidate for the defensive line senior year for WIS Sports, Liam Shaw. He's already all region for the Coaches Association.
8:25 to go in the first quarter, tied at 7. Radobicki, another handoff up the middle. This time he's got some running room. So he is inside the 40, brought down at the 38. That second down and 9 run makes this third down a little bit easier. So we're down to 8:10 to go, 7-7 our score in this state semifinal battle.
Well, I see both coaches are going to ride their horses, but it was interesting that the touchdown run there for Muskego, that was his first carry for Nemec. So both teams have guys that can beat you, but again, you're going to go with the guy that brought you to the dance.
Kelly out of the pistol. One receiver to his right. Radabicki, the handoff again, dancing around. He is hit at the 30, breaks away from a tackle. He's hit from behind, has enough for the first down as he's brought down to the 27. There'll be a new set of downs for the Mukwonago Indians.
Yeah, Radabicki, 5'8", 200 pounds. He's a horse. He's built low to the ground. He's got that good pad level, and right now he gets those extra yards. Yards after contact are one of his keys to his success.
Mason Radabicki, the senior running back, now over 1,500 yards on the season. 18 touchdowns for the senior running back. It's out of the pistol again, deuces to the left for Kelly. Kelly going to give it to Radabicki yet again, but he is hit at the line. No gain, maybe a loss of 1 on the play to Radabicki.
Credit Brian Wynn, inside linebacker, second team all-conference. He got first contact at number 44, stood him up, and his teammates finished him off. Both teams, they released the Classic 8 all-conference team. Both teams have 20 players who made either first, second team, or honorable mention. So we got a lot of studs out here tonight.
6:40 to go in the first quarter. 7-7 our score in this state semifinal. Mason Kelly in the pistol. He's got Radabicki 2 yards behind him. Brings Martin into motion from the left side into the backfield. Radabicki gets the handoff up the middle again. Breaks another tackle. He has enough for the first down as he is down to the 21. Or excuse me, doesn't have enough for the first down. He's close to it though. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for Mukwonago as we close in on 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And this has been all Radabicki. 6 straight carries on this drive.
And Radabicki staying in at running back. Receiver to each side of the formation. Tanner Booth to the near side. To the left, Nick Martin to the right. As Kelly's in the pistol. Martin comes into motion from the right side. Radabicki fakes the handoff, pitch out to Martin to the right side, and Martin gets shoved out of bounds. He's inside the 10. It'll be a first down, and Dennis, Mukwonago, they're getting moving on offense here. We might see another touchdown.
Right, Martin leads the team in receiving, 48 catches, 860 yards, but that's his 13th carry of the season. He came in averaging almost 20 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns rushing, and 8. So you look at what Radabicki does. Martin is the secret weapon there at wide receiver.
5:38 now on the clock in the first quarter. Kelly turning around, audibling to Radabicki. Kelly's in the pistol, deuces to his left, tight to the formation. Chest high snap. Kelly on the keeper. I think there was a miscommunication between him and his running back. But he's able to at least push his way forward, pick up a couple of yards. That could have been a disastrous play for the Indians.
I think Radabicki thought he was going to keep it because he didn't reach out for the ball. It was a nice reached out to hit Radabicki, pulled it back right away, though. Quarterback didn't hesitate when he realized it wasn't there. Still picks up a couple yards, so makes something out of nothing on that play.
We're down to 5:08 to go in the first quarter. And the clock is running 2nd down and 8. As we're in the red zone.
Push the pile.
Radabicki on the handoff again. May be able to get a yard. So this will be a 3rd and goal from the 7 or the 8 for Mukwonago. And Dennis, that's what I get for saying, I think we might see a touchdown here. All of a sudden, no gain on a running play.
Alex Chan there, another inside linebacker, honorable mention all conference, came in with 66 tackles, got his head in there first, stood him up, and again, Muskego really flows to the ball pretty well on defense. Get that first hit, and then you got plenty of help there.
Colton Lynch now in at running back directly behind Kelly. 2 receivers tight to the formation on the left side, and we've got a timeout now as Mike Gnavak will take his first time out of the half. We'll take it along with him with 4:16 to go in the first quarter. We've got a 3rd and goal from the 8, tied at 7 in this state semifinal battle between Muskego and Mukwonago here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
November savings are stirring at Metro Kia of Madison. The 2024 Kia Sportage is available with 0% APR financing for 48 months, $20.83 per thousand borrowed. You can also check out the 2024 Kia Sorento at 0% APR financing for 48 months, $20.83 cost per thousand. Browse their inventory at MetroKiaMadison.com. That's MetroKiaMadison.com, and hurry into Metro Kia Madison today before these November savings fall away.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
.416 to go in the first quarter. It was a 95-yard kick return by Mukwonago to get the scoring starting to open up the game. And then Muskego marched right back down the field to tie it back up at 7. And now Mukwonago on the move with a 3rd and goal at the 8, and Colton Lynch staying in at running back. So no Radabicki on this 3rd down.
Yeah, Lynch averaging 7 yards a carry this year.
Martin split out wide to the left. Booth will be slot left as Kelly's in the gun. Colton Lynch flanking him to his left. It's going to be a throw, fade into the near corner, and it is incomplete through the hands of Nick Martin. It'll be 4th and goal, and I expect to see the kicking unit come out as they do. So it'll be Ben Siganek, the senior kicker, coming out for Mukwonago.
Yeah, he's 45 of 47 for point afters, and
now 46 of 48. He hit the point after.
Point after.
Yep.
Yeah, and now he's 1 of 1 on field goals made. Coach thinks about 40 yards, so this is well within his range, you'd think.
Yep, as we're looking at a 25-yard field goal attempt. Ball is spotted near the far hash mark. Siganek on for the field goal to give Mukwonago the lead. Snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is no good. Wide right, just missing to the right, and we're going to stay tied at 7-7. So, Dennis, we have had a kickoff for a touchdown, a normal regular drive touchdown, but now we've had a missed field goal. Anything else on the bingo card that we should be looking out for here in this state semifinal?
I wouldn't put number of punts down tonight. We'll see how long. What do you think? First punt, 8 minutes to go in the game? I don't know. Neither one of these teams are want to give the ball up to the other team. They're going to go down scratching. And that time, good defense for Muskego. Now they take it out on their own 20.
When you say, neither team wants to give the other offense the ball, from what we've seen so far, both of these offenses know how to move the ball against these defenses. Again, these two rivals, they see each other every single year. They know what their opponent is going to do. Joey Shaw now and Muskego with it. Handoff for Labish, and Labish is hit in the backfield and stopped for no gain. So even after the missed field goal, Mukwonago feeling a little bit of the momentum right now with 3:50 to go in the first quarter, tied at 7 after that missed field goal from the Mukwonago Indians. Muskego with a 2nd and 10 at their own 20, going from left to right as we see things. They adjust the line to bring Murawski from the left side over to the right. Go with an unbalanced line to this near right side. Shaw under center. Labish gets the handoff again up the middle. Breaking off of tackles. Spinning off of more of them. He's across the 35 and brought down to the 37. It's a first down for Muskego.
Getting some nice little dance moves out there on the court, I should say.
He was dancing through the defense. I love those old movies, Dennis. He's looking like Fred Astaire dancing through the defense that time.
Picked up 17 and a nice first down.
3:10 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 at the 37. Shaw hands it off to Labish again, but like on the previous start of this drive, it's a no gain on first down. And they'll actually give him about a yard or two. That's the problem with Jack Labish, Dennis. You think it's a no gain play, but all of a sudden he just uses his legs and gets a couple of yards at least, makes it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Nolan Dodds there. Noah Dodds, number 4, was the first one in there, along with 97 Hunter Siskewicz. Mr. Biavowel.
Lato on the sweep to the near side, trying to get upfield. He's able to get across the 40, and he's brought down out of bounds. Able to pick up a few yards was Nick Lato, the senior running back. After that carry on second down, it's a 3rd down and 5 for Muskego.
If you like cowbells, come here.
Yep. Feeling like a Mississippi State game with all the cowbells from Mukwonago. Joey Shaw under center again. Brings Lato into motion. Play action, throws to the flat for Labish. Labish has it. He's across the 50 into Mukwonago territory, down to the 46, and it's a 1st and 10 Muskego. Back-to-back drives, we've seen that play action and then the dump off to the flat for the fullback, Jack Labish. Both times it's gotten gains and first downs for the Warriors.
Yeah, taking advantage of Labish. He's not used to throwing him out of the backfield.
Labish gets the handoff on first down. He's able to spin his way forward for a pickup of 2 inside the 45 down to the 44. We're inside 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, 1:50 remaining.
So one thing with Labish being out and missing 4 games, he's relatively fresh legs at this point of the season.
Which is bad news for defenses. If the 5'10", 200-pound senior fullback has fresh legs and Jack Labish. Minute 35 to go in the first quarter, 2nd down and 8 at the 44. And there's a fumble in the backfield. Lato able to pick it up, stiff arm at the line of scrimmage, and then still able to get himself down to the 39. So they went with a counter to this near side to Nick Lato. He fumbled the ball. It bounced off the turf right back into his lap, though, and he's able to pick up a couple of yards. It's 3rd down and 3.
Can you say I'd rather be lucky than good on that case? Bounced right back. Doesn't happen that way.
Shaw shifting the line from the right side over to the left, so an unbalanced line to that far left side on 3rd down and 3. Shaw under center, brings Nemec into motion, hands it off to Nemec on the sweep, wants to try and cut upfield, but he maybe picks up a yard on 3rd down. It's 4th and 2. We've got 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, Dennis. The offense is staying out there for the Warriors for the moment, but now the special teams unit comes out. So a little bit earlier than what you anticipated for our first punt of the game, Dennis.
Yeah, Shaw is also the punter, the quarterback, so don't be surprised they pull a fake off with him, or if he's back there in passing formation, he does a quick kick.
And Shaw is out there to punt. We were down to 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. Shaw standing at his own 49. So we're down to 6 seconds. And it's a high snap. Shaw able to pull it in, though, gets the kick away. And this kick is going to bounce at the 6, takes a roll, and then goes out of bounds. I believe it was touched out of bounds, but it's at the 2-yard line. And that will do it for our first quarter of action. 7-7 our score. Mukwonago and Muskego tied up in this state semifinal battle. We've got 3 quarters left. The winner heads to Camp Randall next week for the Division I state championship game. We'll take a 60-second break as you're listening to and watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Ax, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Ax is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAx.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973, and they're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether it's the sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none and has exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and lease a 2025 Honda HR-V Sport all-wheel drive for as low as $199 per month, or browse their selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Two 12 minutes now on the clock as we start the second quarter of action. It's going to be a long drive if they want to score for the Mukwonago Indians, as they have it at 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line, now going from left to right. Radabicki gets hit at the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to give him forward progress at the 1, though. Yeah. So it'll be a loss of 1. Now Radabicki heading back to the sideline.
Actually, they put the original line of scrimmage to 3, so.
Okay. The scoreboard said the 2.
And
so.
Then they changed it at the last minute.
Because
so now loss of 2 for Radabicki. You don't see him have negative yards very often.
Kelly will be in the pistol in his own end zone with Radabicki standing behind him. Radabicki gets the handoff up the middle. He's able to get past the line of scrimmage, at least get some breathing room across the 5-yard line and down to the 7.
That was a great punt by Shaw on the last one, 35 yards. His average was 38. If he hits his average, it goes into the end zone. So he'll take a couple of yards less and puts Mukwonago in some territory where you do not want to turn the ball over down this close to your goal line.
3rd down and 6 at their own 7. Kelly with his hands inside of the hand warmer in front of him. Now he's going to bring Martin into motion from the right side into the backfield. Radabicki gets the handoff up the middle, and he is stopped. No gain on the play, and that was a combination of all 3 of the defensive linemen in this 3-5 defense for the Warriors, with Liam Shaw, Nathan Mankinen, and Nicholas McCullough on the stop that time.
Definitely a team effort on that one, and now you got to worry about blocking a punt here. For Mukwonago, Kelly also is the punter, the quarterback. He's averaging about 36 yards a punt this year.
But they don't have Kelly out there punting. They have Gavin Meyer,
out.
The backup kicker. He was listed on the depth chart. He is out there to punt, standing in his own end zone. Meyer gets the kick away fast, but it is a high kick that bounces at the 35, takes a Mukwonago roll, and rolls out of bounds at the 50, maybe the Muskego 49. So it's still great starting field position for the Muskego Warriors. Stoughton Health provides trusted care close to home. They're proud to support all of the area's student athletes and wish them all the best this season. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more. .9:55 to go in the second quarter. 7-7 our score. Joey Shaw and the Muskego Warriors get the ball. Labish gets a handoff on 1st down, dances away from some tacklers, close to the 1st down marker. Looks like they'll give him a gain of 9, but he's back into Mukwonago territory. So it's now to a 42-yard line.
Again, a great pickup on 1st down. You get 9 yards. A lot of things open up in the playbook.
Shaw under center. Single receiver split out wide, and they'll throw it quickly. That's Nemec. Nemec has it at the 45, and he's down to the 35, the 30. So it'll be a 1st down for Muskego. And, Dennis, how many pass attempts are we up to? Is that 3 or 4 for Muskego?
For Muskego, that is their 3rd. One in each. Completed 1 for 22, 1 for 14, and this one's good for 12.
So far more passing than we expected to see out of this Muskego team. They're trying to catch this defense off guard. So far it is working as we're inside 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Shaw under center. Brings Nemec into motion from the right side to the left. Labish spins away from a tackle. He's inside the 30 and brought down at the 28. Pickup of 2 makes it 2nd down and 8.
Stood him up and then pushed him back. So again, good front line there from Mukwonago. Muskego, 97. Keep an eye on him.
Shaw under center with an unbalanced line over to the right side. Shaw fakes the handoff for Labish. He's got Nemec coming around to the near side. He lowers his shoulder into a defender inside the 25 and down to the 24. So some misdirection that time, able to pick up a few yards on second down, make this a 3rd down and short. 3rd and 3 at the 23, 7:54 to go in the second quarter. Tied at 7 in the state semifinal battle. Shaw under center, hands it off for Labish. Labish trying to fight forward to get to the 20. He's able to pick up 3. He's going to be close to the first down marker. Mukwonago saying that it was their ball for a second, but they're just going to give the first down to Muskego.
It needed 3. Looks like he just got 4. He just got 3. They're going to mark it at the 20.
7:30 now. We're tied at 7. Shaw hands off to Labish. Labish spinning away from more defenders. He's inside the 15 down to the 14. So a pickup of 6 on first down.
Cade Gunderson, 16 on the bottom of the pile there, tripping him up.
Jack Labish, he gets hit at the line of scrimmage on almost every single play, but it does not matter. He will still pick up 6 yards. Is there again. He is hit early, spinning away from tacklers. He is down close to the 10-yard line on that second down carry.
Looks like going to be just short.
3rd down and 1, 6:47 to go in the second quarter. Labish again gets the handoff up the middle. He has enough for the first down, and we are down to a 1st and goal. It'll look like it'll be at the 7-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And we have a timeout.
Whistle and a timeout. This will be a timeout for Muskego, their first timeout of the half. So both teams have used the timeout and are down to 2 remaining in the first half with 6:36 to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We're tied at 7 in the state semifinal battle between Muskego and Mukwonago on ESPN Madison.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
$6:36 to go in the second quarter between Muskego and Mukwonago in the state semifinal battle. The winner heads to Camp Randall next Friday night for the state championship game in Division 1. And we have a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line for Muskego. They go from right to left in their all black uniforms. Joey Shaw under center moves his lineman from the left side over to the right. It's a handoff for Labish up the middle. Labish fighting forward close to the 5-yard line. Looks like that's where they'll stop him. So a pickup of 3 on first down gets the clock moving as we're down to 6:20 to go.
They've run 24 plays so far. Labish 15 carries and 2 catches. So you just know.
So they want to get him involved, is what you're telling me.
They're just going to give him the ball, but when they don't give him a ball, that's when you're surprised. Like, oh, wait, where's he coming from?
Morawski moves from the left tackle spot over to the right side to unbalance the line. Shaw goes hard count, hands it off for Labish, hit at the line of scrimmage, just keeps on churning forward. And they'll give him a yard or 2 on 2nd and goal.
Caden Green got there first, number 7, hit him, and he just bounced right off him and kept going.
Caden Green, one of the middle linebackers in this 3-4 defense, the 6'1", 215-pound senior linebacker. All Classic 8 honorable mention at the linebacker spot. 5:30 to go in the second quarter. It's a 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Shaw under center again. Brings Nemec into motion from the right side. Hands it off to Nemec. Nemec cuts upfield. He's hit at the 2, stopped at the 1-yard line. 4th and goal at the 1, Dennis. I'm going to guess Jack Labish handoff, right?
Yep. You'd think last time Nemec is the one who got the touchdown, but you got to give it to him. 4th and goal, you're going for it.
And the offense is staying out there on 4th and goal. We're down to 4:53 to go in the second quarter. Muskego trying to take the lead on Mukwonago.
I guess going left behind Bruner and De Bruin, their top 2 linemen.
Shaw under center. He's going to keep it himself. The tush push, no signal yet. Mukwonago saying that they have the ball. Still no signal, waiting for a call from the officials. The players are both signaling either a touchdown or it's a turnover on this 4th and goal. A conference, touchdown. And they'll say it's a touchdown. The Muskego Warriors take the lead with 4:38 to go. It's a Joey Shaw quarterback sneak, and we've got a 13-7 lead for the Muskego Warriors.
12 plays, 51 yards. That is what you call grinded out. 11 rushes. Most of it Labish, the last 2 to Nemec, and then the sophomore. Give Joey the ball. Let the quarterback take it in. But you're right, tush push. You got a little bit of help. Every inch counts.
Hey, and it's a team sport, Dennis. You got to help your teammates out. Sometimes you got to give them a little push in the tush to get that touchdown.
And again, Walden, the second-team all-conference kicker. He's been pretty much money all year.
And it's a drop snap. Trying to do something with it, and that is going to be incomplete, so we'll stay at a 13-7 lead. We've had missed field goals, kickoff returns for touchdowns, tush pushes, and it's 13-7. Muskego leads Mukwonago with 4:38 to go in the second quarter. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, Mukwonago gets the ball back in the state semifinal game on ESPN Madison.
Pizza Hut's wings are the best thing to happen to pizza night since, well, pizza. Introducing Pizza Hut's new Big Boneless Wing Bundle. For only $15.99, enjoy 16 crispy boneless wings in 2 different flavors, 2 dipping sauces, and a double order of fries. The wings are sauced and tossed to perfection and available in 9 flavors like honey barbecue, garlic parmesan, and sweet chili. It's the perfect bundle for game days, girls' nights, family night, or any tailgate party. Order now on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
.438 to go in the second quarter. Muskego leads Mukwonago now 13-7 after a 1-yard quarterback sneak from the sophomore quarterback, Joey Shaw.
Labish did most of the work, 8 carries, and he also 8 carries on that one. Nemec had a pass and a rush, and then Joey finishes it off. So 12 plays, 51 yards on that one, and ate about almost 5.5 minutes. So this could be the last possession. We'll see what Mukwonago, if they can grind one out.
Walden kicks this one. Martin lets it roll out of bounds. It was a smart play for Martin that time. They kicked it to the opposite direction of Savasta, so I don't think we're going to see any more kicks going his direction after he took the opening kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown.
He's the Trey Poteet of the Milwaukee area. Yeah. We'll throw a little love at Trey from Verona, our favorite all-state kick return, punt return, you name it, guy.
And then it's Colton Lynch coming back in. We haven't seen Radabicki since early on in that game.
We'll find out here.
So Colton Lynch, the junior running back, 5'8", 182 pounds, coming into tonight has 518 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is in at running back. Receiver to each side of the formation as Kelly has his toes on his own 30 going from left to right. Brings Martin into motion from the right side over to the left. Hand off to Lynch off to the left side, and he's got nothing. There'll be no gain on first down.
Look like Nick McCullough, number 90, had first contact there, bottom of the pile. And second-team all-conference defensive end.
And Nick McCullough, we just had the early signing day the first Ivy League commit for Muskego as he committed to play at Harvard.
Yeah.
So he's kind of smart, too.
So we think so, yeah.
Kelly in the gun. Deuces to his right. Sprint out to the right side. Has pressure coming. Trying to get away from it. Trying to just make some magic happen. Dancing away from one defender. And he is stopped for no gain. At least able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe. Well, they'll say he lost a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 11 with 3:50 to go in the first half. Mukwonago trailing 13-7
Good
in
job
the second.
Good job of stringing that one out for the Muskego defense, not letting them get anything. The secondary did their job, and he was best not put the ball up in the air. Again, Kelly with see no interception, 1 interception, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception this year. And no interceptions for Shaw for Muskego.
With 3:50 to go, Kelly in the pistol, audibling out of the first play, keeps 2 receivers to his left. He's got Colton Lynch directly behind him out of the pistol. Lynch will get the handoff, dances around, and he is stopped for maybe a gain of 1. Nathan Mankinen, the junior nose tackle on the stop that time. They'll give him a yard, but it's 4th down and 10.
Yeah, he came in with 8 tackles for loss. Didn't quite get that one, but did his job. Just gave up a yard on that one. So 3 plays, zip yards on that drive.
Gavin Meyer back out to punt. So normally we've been seeing Mason Kelly punting, the quarterback for Mukwonago, but tonight the 2 punt attempts now for the Indians have been will be now from Gavin Meyer as he's back standing at his own 21.
He's also the backup kicker too.
And this one's away, and it's taken in at the 35. Nemec breaks away from one tackle, dances around, able to get forward for a few more yards, and he is down to the 46. So, again, great starting field position for Muskego so far in this first half, Dennis. They've been winning that field position battle.
Yeah, they have. They started on the 35. We see the 20. And the last one was at the 49, and this one is their own 46. So you got to love that. So plenty of time here for them. 2:51. They can grind it out. I'm sure they might have to put it in the air once or twice here, but see if they can get a couple of big runs.
2:51 to go, leading 13-7. The Muskego Warriors starting with a 1st and 10 at their own 46, going from right to left. Ball spotted near this near left hash mark with a pair of linemen shifting over. Muskego loves to do that to get those unbalanced lines. Joey Shaw brings Nemec into motion. Nemec gets it on the sweep to the near side. Nemec running into a massive players, but able to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on 1st down. Shaw running quickly over near the sideline to get the hand signals from his coaches on that far sideline, and then getting right back, no huddle for Muskego as they're working quickly with 2:30 to go in the first half. Shaw under center, now audibles. Shifts over his lineman for an unbalance to the right now. Shaw hard count. Lado gets the sweep. He's got Labish out in front of him. Lado cuts up field. He's into Mukwonago territory and stopped at the 48. We're closing in on 2 minutes to go. We have a 3rd down and 4. Into Mukwonago territory for the Warriors of Muskego. Labish handoff up the middle. He gets to the 45, and it looks like it's going to be short, but there's a fumble, but they're going to say his forward progress was stopped. All of a sudden, the ball came squirting out.
Rolling out on the turf. You're like, where'd that come from?
Would have been a just walk-in touchdown for Devin Viola, the junior cornerback, but instead it is a 4th down and 1. The clock is running, and now a timeout for Mukwonago. Want to talk this one over. They've got 1 timeout left with 1:26 to go. We'll keep it right here, though. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison. And Dennis, we've got 1:26 to go, but it's a 4th down and 1. Are you surprised to see the punting unit for Muskego coming out with a 4th down and 1, given the the running ability of this team, and in particular Jack Labish, the fullback.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of their – they got a lead. They're going to be conservative. Muskego gets the ball to start the second half, so they don't want to give up a late touchdown or anything. They want to keep that lead and maybe be able to pad it. But I think you got to have confidence in your offensive line at this point. Again, Bruner and DeBruyne, Kellen DeBruyne, number 52. He was honorable mention all conference, and a second-teamer, Bruner at left tackle. Get behind your horses and give it to Labish. You should be able to pick up one.
When Joey Shaw is out there to punt, he's standing back at his own 41.
Short snap. Nope.
And it will be a punt away. A high, great kick from Joey Shaw. This one's going to bounce at the 12, take a Muskego roll, and it's down to the 2 again.
Conservative move, but smart one by the coach there. Now you're going to pin him down there. 76 seconds to go the length of the field, or to try to put a field goal up there. Muskego's got belief in their defense. Again, getting that ball to start the second half, I think, makes a difference.
Dennis, the punting ability from Joey Shaw, this would make our teammate Brad Nortman, the former Badger and Panthers and Jaguars punter, proud tonight.
43 yards on that one to the 2-yard line. That was incredible. He had the 35-yarder to the 3-yard line on his previous punt.
This one's even better inside the 2. He's got 12 punts inside the 20 now this season.
He had 10 coming into the game and 2 tonight. That's what you like.
Kelly's in the gun.
Special teams are such an important part of the game, as Brad knows.
Kelly's going to hand off to Lynch on first down. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, gets the clock rolling. We're inside a minute to go. There'll still be Colton Lynch in at running back. So we're down to 45 seconds to go. Clock is running. It looks like Mukwonago is just going to try and run this out and get into the locker room down by 6. As Kelly's in the gun, handing it off again to Lynch. And, of course, I say that. Lynch breaks away. Lynch is across the 20, and he goes out of bounds at the 30 with 29 seconds to go. That was a heads-up play by Colton Lynch, realizing he wasn't going to get any further, so go out of bounds, stop the clock without having to use a timeout. But well behind the play, we have a flag sitting back at the 15.
Oh, boy. There you go. Trying to stay ahead of the chains. We've been lucky tonight. That'll be your first penalty.
We look for, and it's offsetting penalties.
Going to bring it back.
Because they showed the signal to both sides. But they're keeping the ball, or the chains at least right now, are at the 28. So still waiting to see if they move the chains. It doesn't look like they will. So we're inside 30 seconds. It'll be 29 seconds in the second quarter.
28. That would have been a pick of 24 on that one.
Dennis, neither of us said that this game was moving quickly. All of a sudden, just took a little while there, and this half screeched down to slow down here, but we're down to 29 seconds. Kelly in the pistol, receiver to each side of the formation. Lynch is 2 yards behind him. Play action. Kelly looks to throw it deep to Martin. Martin jumps up, and it is incomplete, but there is a flag. Cole Reed was there on the coverage, but I think he maybe got there a little bit early, or it was Jake Cardelis, the corner, 15. One of them.
It's good double coverage on the play. Safety had some help, but contact was made, and they're going to call it.
Oh, pass interference will move this forward 15 yards. We're down to 23 seconds to go. So that big run from Colton Lynch, who's coming in for Mason Radabicki, who's hurt and won't be. I don't think we would see him for the rest of the game now. So the 15-yard pass interference. We hear the boo birds coming from that far sideline from all the Muskego fans. We're down to 23 seconds to go in the half. Mukwonago trails 13-7 in the state semifinal game. I'm Hunter Vaughn. Here with me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Summerau. Mason Kelly's in the gun. One receiver to his left. We've got a fake reverse. Kelly's going to keep it. Dances around, gets out of bounds at the 47, picks up a few more yards, and it's 18 seconds now. Again, Kelly doing a nice job. Instead of fighting for, maybe only 1 or 2 extra yards on that, just steps out of bounds, stops the clock with 1 timeout left and 18 seconds to go. Mukwonago trying to get some points here before the end of the half as they trail 13-7. Kelly will be in the pistol. 2 receivers to his left, and Martin and Booth. Lynch 2 yards behind him out of the pistol. As Kelly brings his hands out of his hand warmer, gets the chest-high snap, play action. He fumbles the ball, though, and Muskego falls on it, but they're going to say that it was a forward pass.
His arm came forward.
Yep, his arm was coming forward as he went play action and then was going to try and pump fake, but the ball fell out of his hand. So with that forward motion, it will be an incomplete pass. 12 seconds now on the clock. We've got a 3rd down and 5 at the 48. And it's Mukwonago's own 48 as they go from left to right.
You keep it score at home, that's a 69-yard field goal attempt. So you're going, Hail Mary. We saw one last week, Wanakee, but they were a lot closer to try it.
3rd down and 5. Kelly out of the gun, deuces to his left. Drops back to pass, doesn't see anything. He's going to try and run with it and just scampers out, picks up a yard, and stops the clock with 7 seconds left. So maybe try one more play here, Dennis, and then see if you can go Hail Mary. You saw that in the D.C. Everest-Wanakee game last week with Riley Yauk.
And Wanakee scored on the last play of the first half.
But we've got a 4th down and 5, so going to have to get 6 yards here with 7 seconds.
After that pass interference, you're thinking good thoughts, but Kelly for 5, incomplete, and Kelly for 0. So 3 plays that weren't, I don't know. I kind of question those right there.
It'll be 3 receivers wide to the left, 4 receivers wide to the left, a single receiver to the right, and then we've got a timeout for Muskego. For over 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com.
Use it or lose it, all right?
Exactly.
Timeout.
So Muskego does still have 1 timeout left with 7 seconds left. They lead 13-7 on the Mukwonago Indians, who have a 4th down and 5 at their own 48-yard line. So it looked like they were lining up for just a Hail Mary shot play here to end the half. Because I've got to figure here, Dennis, with 7 seconds left, you figure it's going to take the guys to get down to the goal line probably 5-6 seconds here, considering you're going to have defenders in front of you. So then the air time of the ball, you should run the clock out if you try a Hail Mary. So even if it is incomplete and the turnover on downs, odds are you're not going to have any time left.
How about the old hook and ladder play? Throw it down and have the trailing receiver, give it a shot. Maybe some trick play here. We'll see what they've got in their bag of tricks. Their toolbox. Not every coach has a toolbox, and a tool comes from another coach. Well, we'll see which one this one comes from.
So are you going to identify who had that quote, Dennis? Because we hear it all the time in our open for Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania.
I've heard it from a number of different people, so I don't know where it originated, but it's like when Coach Alvarez came in, and whatever he said, I guarantee within the next week, all the coaches around the state, high school coaches would be saying, well, playing for one win, playing for the next play, whatever it was, whatever cliche you could throw out there. So you never know where they come from, but it makes life interesting.
Mason Kelly will have an empty backfield, 4 receivers to his right, single receiver to the top of the formation to the left. Gets the waist-high snap, drops back to pass, has pressure coming. He's brought down for a sack. Liam Shaw, the senior defensive end, first-team all-conference D end, gets the sack with 1 second left in the half, and it's a turnover on downs. Muskego ball. Liam Shaw now, that's his 14th sack on the season for the senior defensive end. He's tied for second in the entire state in sacks.
Yeah, and Coach Krause calls him the best pass rusher in the history of Muskego football. He's a relentless player who eats, sleeps, and breathes football year-round. Well, he eats quarterbacks for appetizers. And he was hungry, so he got a little bit of snack before halftime.
And Shaw will just kneel it down, going into the locker room for the Muskego Warriors with a 13-7 lead over Mukwonago at the end of the first half. Muskego up on Mukwonago in this huge rivalry game of the Classic 8. The winner in the state semifinal game heads to Camp Randall for the state championship game next week. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Saving lives, one mammogram at a time. That's what we do at Stoughton Health. All women 40 and older should schedule their annual mammogram. Stoughton Health uses 3D technology for better, earlier breast cancer detection. All mammogram appointments from October through November will receive a coupon for a discounted manicure at participating local salons. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan and Quartz. Appointments are just 2 to 3 weeks out. Call 608-873-2299. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Keep the elements out of your home with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
We had howling wind coming through. The rooms were freezing. We were very apprehensive about changing them because we were worried about losing the charm of the home. We went with Pella because we knew that they had an amazing reputation. We knew that they were going to have the windows that would look like they'd been there forever, but with all the functionality that a window should have.
Order today and get no interest and no payments for 12 months. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we offer a wide range of beautiful wood designs for installation within your unique home. Because wood is a natural material, it can be painted, stained, or left natural to complement your unique home decor. Experience nearly endless possibilities from Pella, featuring maximum design flexibility with dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more. Order today and get no interest and no payments for 12 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30/2024.
November savings are happening right now at Metro Ford of Madison. With 223 new vehicles available for purchase, qualified buyers can get 90 days deferred payments. The 2024 Ford Explorer is available with 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, $15.54 per thousand borrowed. The 2024 Ford Mach-E is available with 0% APR financing for 72 months. Make sure you hurry in to Metro Ford of Madison today.
Craft your Brewers mini plan for the 2025 season, featuring all new 6-packs and 12-packs. Get in on the action with great ticket rates, marquee matchups, and priority seating. Plus, you'll get a limited edition Brewers Crowler with each 12-pack or pair of 6-packs. Looking to customize your games to fit your schedule? Build your own ticket plan options are also available. Pick the plan for you at brewers.com/ticket finder.
On December 7th, immerse yourself in Ebony and Elegance, an icy affair, the third annual gala by the Urban League of Greater Madison Young Professionals. It's a night to celebrate the achievements and recognize Greater Madison area young professionals making an impact in our community. Join us as we honor those who lead through civic engagement, community service, and professional excellence, embodying our values: invest, impact, inspire. Don't miss this unforgettable evening. Reserve your tickets today at ulgmyp.betterworld.org.
When life takes an unexpected turn, turn to Pemberton Personal Injury Law Firm. Pemberton's client-centered approach ensures that you're treated with respect, care, and compassion. Never just another case. With offices in Madison and Baraboo, Pemberton has the experience to secure the justice and compensation you deserve. Serving clients statewide, there are no fees until you win. Trust a firm that treats you like family. Visit Pemberton Personal Injury Law at pembertonpi.com.
your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. Here with me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Summerow. It is a 13-7 lead for the Muskego Warriors on top of the Mukwonago Indians in this Division I state semifinal battle. When life takes an unexpected turn to Pemberton Personal Injury Law Firm. Pemberton's client-centered approach ensures you're treated with respect, care, and compassion. Never just another case. With offices in Madison and Baraboo, Pemberton has the experience to secure the justice and compensation you deserve. Serving clients statewide, there's no fees until you win. Trust the firm that treats you like family. Visit Pemberton Personal Injury Law at pembertonpi.com. It's now time to hear from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. As for over 90 years, UW Credit Union has helped Wisconsinites achieve their financial goals at every stage of life, offering great rates for greater possibilities. Join today at UWCU.org. UW Credit Union is proud to support all of the area's student athletes. Make sure to listen every week to hear who the Student Athlete of the Week is. And this week's UW Credit Union student athlete is Brett Burrs from Verona Area High School, is this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Brett Burrs from Verona Area High School. You're a Wildcat. What's that mean to you to be a Wildcat?
Being a Wildcat to me is it's really special. You know, all the great facilities here, all the great guys on the team, all the great coaches. It's really something special to be a part of.
You weren't always a Verona guy. Freshman year, you moved over here from McFarland. How'd that happen?
Yeah, so my dad moved out of the McFarland district, and I had to move schools, so I went to Verona, and it's been a great change. It's great for my athletics and academics, everything.
Coming over as a newbie freshman year, what was that like with the guys? And did you have any contact with any of the guys beforehand?
Yeah, so my 8th grade year was COVID, and I played football 8th grade year here. I was going to school in McFarland, so I kind of knew some of them coming in. But it was cool to meet a bunch of new people, and really liked all the guys and connected with them well really fast.
Yeah, McFarland didn't have a team in 8th grade, so
yeah, because of COVID, yeah.
Okay. How did you survive that COVID year right before high school?
I got really big into lifting. That was my thing. So every night I would go down to my basement and lift, and that was one of the main things. That and video games.
Now, football, wrestling, and golf. What's the first sport you remember playing?
I remember playing soccer as a little kid. Parents got me into that.
And then when did you start football?
Football started, I think, in 2nd grade.
And then wrestling?
Yeah, wrestling started in high school. I actually played basketball throughout elementary school and middle school. And then when I came here, I switched over to wrestling.
Kind of help football, do you think?
Yeah, I figured it would just help with my football a lot better. And I didn't really know what the basketball team was going to be like, so I just decided to go for wrestling.
And then golf. How'd you get into golf?
So I actually tore both my labrums my sophomore year, and I had to get surgery on those. I couldn't really do anything as far as like sports, and golf was like the only thing I could. So I fell in love with golf, and then went out for golf my junior year and really like it. So I'm gonna golf again my senior year.
You shot a 76 at Blackhawk last year. What was that round like?
I don't even really remember it. Like, I just kind of blacked out, and I was playing so well. I don't know. Every time I hit the ball, I knew exactly where it was gonna go. I don't know.
When you look back in your time at Verona Area High School, what do you remember the most?
Probably just the memories with the guys. You know, I've had a pleasure of having really good teammates throughout all my sports, and that's just probably the biggest thing for me.
So that move over from McFarland, you say pretty successful?
Yeah, it was a pretty good move for me. I didn't know what it was going to be like when I first came over, but looking back on it, it definitely helped me with all my athletics and stuff like that.
Well, you wear the jersey well and wear it with pride, right?
Exactly.
for our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Brett Burrs, Verona Area High School. I hope you have a great rest of the senior year, and look for shooting maybe a 70 this year, huh?
Maybe. Thanks for having me.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Listen to Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin on 100.5 ESPN.
The fact that we just said that Jordan Love could have Brett Favre's career and we wouldn't be satisfied.
Are people satisfied with Aaron Rodgers' career in Green Bay? You're right, Jason. It's a crazy thing to say, but I have no problem saying it.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by Grassland Dairy, Hallman Lindsay Paints, Coors Light, Made to Chill, and American Family Insurance.
Experience virtual golf like never before at the Bogey Factory in Verona. From family-friendly mini games to monthly tournaments, the Bogey Factory has it all. Enhance your swing with their state-of-the-art TrackMan technology, or play a full round on over 300 virtual courses. While you're there, enjoy their full kitchen and sports bar. Whether you're looking for a fun day out with family and friends, or a unique location for a corporate event, the Bogey Factory in Verona has you covered. For more information, visit thebogeyfactory.com. That's thebogeyfactory.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. You can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that cover a full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm is dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how Midwest Financial Group can help set your future up for success. That's mfgteam.com. Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, FINRA/SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tax planning and fixed insurances are separate from and not offered through Commonwealth.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Zimbrick Honda has been a part of the Madison community since 1973. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at two convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Dennis, we've got about 2 minutes until the start of the second half of action here from West Allis Athletic Complex. Muskego leads Mukwonago 13-7 in this rivalry battle in the state semifinals. What does Mukwonago have to do here to get some offense going? You told me they have 80 yards of offense, and their one score was on a 95-yard kick return.
Yeah, they've not been able to get much going. I mean, they had the ball, they had a missed field goal, 25-yard field goal, had a first and goal on the 10, had it on their great first drive after the kickoff return was their first possession. But they've not been able to do much at all. And Muskego's defense, though, tell you again, those 2 losses they had during the season, 7-3 and 3-0. They couldn't put points on the board, but you knew they were going to come back at you. They have not given up more than 21 points since the Mukwonago game. The Mukwonago game, they gave up 34. That is the only game over 21 they've given up all season. So we talked about their offense in the wing tee. Kind of neglected to say, hey, that defense is pretty special too.
Mm-hmm.
Coach didn't say much about it. When I asked him about, okay, you got studs on which side or who's doing what, he goes, no, we got a lot of good football players. A lot of guys, I don't know how many of these guys are even going to play college football, but they are good high school football players. They know their assignments. They're tough. They're physical. And they play Muskego football, which is all the coach wants. So sometimes we get wrapped up in the spread and plays and big plays and everything else, and it comes down to blocking and tackling and who wants it more. And nobody wants it more than the Warriors, especially after that losing streak, because they came close now making the playoffs, 3-4 in the conference. In the Classic 8, you cannot afford to take a night off. Every game you got to have your A game or somebody's going to eat your lunch. And he said, yeah, we knew that if we could make it through that 3-game stretch and until we could get, Lavish back and see what happens at that point. Well, first half, what does he have? He's got 18 carries for 82 yards. So there it is, your horse. But he didn't get the touchdown. It was to Nemec and to Shaw. So it shows they've got other weapons as well.
At Canopy Wealth Management, they believe in the continued development of partnerships for good within their communities and giving back where they can. The team at Canopy emphasizes building local relationships and believe that values matter and strengthen their communities. When you work with Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com. So, Dennis, we talk a lot about this offense for Muskego and how well they can run the ball. Is there anything that you're seeing for Mukwonago defensively that's, giving you some encouragement, saying like, hey, this isn't totally out of it? Because I know a 6-point game, people are probably thinking, what is this guy talking about? He's crazy. But with how well Muskego can run the ball, they could all of a sudden go on a 10-play drive, end up punting the ball, but they ate up 10 minutes off of the clock.
Well,
so there's not a lot of possessions left in this game.
No, there aren't. They had a 7-75, 8 for 42, then a 12 for 51, which gave them their last touchdown. And again, when you run that wing tee, you're running time off the clock, which is why I was surprised they put the ball in the air, but all 3 passes were completed. So, they don't even have a wide receiver listed.
No.
They're 2 tight end. They are what they are. They're going to come at you. They're going to play smash mouth football. Yeah, Barry. I still say smash mouth because that's what he brought to Wisconsin. We're proud of. And that's what the wing tee does. I mean, you have to, on defense, you have to hope you can get a break and you can get 1 tackle for loss in there, because on an average, they're going to be able to grind 3-4. And like Badger did last year where they didn't have to punt, you're going to go all 4 if you can. Here, they probably could have gone 1 more, but they decided to punt in the end and pin Mukwonago back, so they didn't get any points on, and now they get the ball to start the second half. And they say the last 4 minutes and the first 4, well, these first 4 minutes, Muskego could still have the ball when we get to the 8-minute mark. And they can put this game away with a touchdown or 2 early, I got a feeling, because just the way they can control the physicality. Right now, they're winning the line of scrimmage.
And for this Mukwonago squad, they had some good movement on some drives. They've just been pinned back in at their own 3 and their own 2-yard line in that first half. At any level of football, it's really hard to try and go 97 and 98 yards and keep yourself from being pinned back like that. So they've just got to figure out a way even just to win this field position battle and put themselves in some better spots offensively then.
Yeah, Joey Shaw, pretty good punter,
yeah.
I'd say.
I almost want to say he's a better punter than he is a quarterback, and he's a good quarterback for this Wishbone offense.
Well, you see why he was second team all-conference in the Classic 8, which says something. He's only a sophomore, but he is playing mistake-free football, which is what they want. So you get to this level sometimes, is the game too big? Guys haven't been in this situation. When you get to this level, if you're in the Classic 8, you've already played 8 games like this. It's no big deal. He's playing with the poise of a senior right now. He's only going to get better, and he's going to be under center for the next 2 years unless something happens. Hopefully there's no NIL and somebody gets him in the portal somewhere. Yeah. That might be Ken Krause's only worry.
Mukwonago will be kicking off from left to right. It's a low line drive or squib kick that's going to roll out of bounds. So neither of these teams want to give the returners any looks now. As it was Jackson Nemec is the one that's back, and he averages 27 yards a return for Muskego, and Mukwonago went with a.
Well, now instead of going 80 yards or whatever, they're going to go 65 yards and grind it out. We had a 12-play, 51-yard drive. You know, this wouldn't be surprised to see him eat up 5 or 6 minutes of the clock.
The Muskego Warriors start with the ball to start the second half, leading 13-7 with a 1st and 10 at their own 35, going from right to left. Ball spotted on that far right hash mark. Sophomore quarterback Joey Shaw under center. They start out with one formation on every play, and then they adjust and go to the formation they'll actually run their play out of. Shaw hands off to Labish up the middle, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and stopped. Maybe picked up a half a yard on 1st down. And, Dennis, you know, I asked you, what have you seen that's been encouraging about this Muskego defense as they try to get come back in this game and get the lead? Their 1st down defense has been solid so far.
Yeah, linebackers Dodds and Green are playing pretty solid up there. That was Green that met him at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 10 after no gain. Shaw looking down both sides of the line. He fakes the handoff to Labish, gives it to Nemec around the end. Nemec has running room. He's across midfield. It's a foot race for Nemec. He's at the 30. He's tripped up from behind inside the 25 and down at the 23.
Noah
a
Hebner.
Huge run from Jackson Nemec.
Noah Hebner with a game-saving tackle. That was not just a touchdown. That could be a game-saving tackle right there.
Noah Hebner, the junior free safety on the tackle, but it is a huge run from the second-team all-conference running back, Jackson Nemec. He had an 18-yard touchdown run in the first half, and he had a huge run there. 1st and 10 at the 23 now.
42 on that one.
Labish gets the handoff up the middle, and he breaks away from a couple of tackles and goes down at the 20, pickup of 3.
I know we've already got our schedule set for next week. You think Jesse's going to want to call it if Muskego makes it?
Yeah, he may do some adjusting on that schedule. Our content manager, Jesse Nelson, the Muskego grad.
Former member of the band, too. Proud member.
Handoff to Labish up the middle, and he is stopped again. So far early on in this 3rd quarter of action, the Mukwonago defense doing a good job against the fullback, Jack Labish.
That was Dodds, Noah Dodds, the inside linebacker. He and Green have been a force there. They're right up there. They're stuffing him.
Noah Dodds, 7th in the state in total tackles. We've got a timeout early on in this first half. Head coach Ken Krause for the Muskego Warriors didn't like something that he saw. He'll use his first timeout with 10:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. Muskego leads 13-7. We'll take a 30-second timeout as you are listening to and watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
3rd down and 5 coming up out of the timeout for the Muskego Warriors. Line of scrimmage at the 18 from going right to left as we see things on this opening drive of the second half for the Warriors, leading 13-7. Shaw dropping back to pass, quick slant, and it's incomplete through the hands of his intended receiver, and it's 4th down and 5 now.
Ooh, he might have seen that linebacker coming up to hit him. I think it was self-preservation on that one. That was a dangerous pass, too.
That was intended for the junior tight end, Ben Creel. 5'11" junior tight end dropping that pass. So the field goal unit coming out. Gabe Walden on to kick this field goal. He missed one wide right early in the Or excuse me, no, that was Mukwonago missed a field goal.
Right, yeah.
Gabe Walden, 3 of 5 on field goals. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt. The snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, and that is through the uprights and good from 35 yards out. Gabe Walden makes this a 16-7 game with 10:15 to go in the third quarter. Dennis, we talked about this on our drive over here from Madison. The last time we saw Gabe Walden, fans of our Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania broadcast would remember, he kicked a 43-yard game winner last year to open up the season at Verona. And that was his first ever field goal attempt, was that game winner against the Verona Wildcats.
That's correct. So we talked earlier about expecting to see him be a factor in this game tonight. Second team All-Classic 8 at place kicker. And now 4 of 6. Better yet, that gives them now a 2-possession game, a touchdown and a 2-point. You're still down by a point for Mukwonago. Now turn it over to the Muskego defense and see if they can do what they did in the first half, holding Mukwonago to 80 yards total offense.
The lone score for the Mukwonago Indians was a 95-yard kick return touchdown to open things up from Jack Savasta for the Indians. So I don't expect Gabe Walden to be kicking it to Savasta.
That was a 6-play, 47-yard drive, by the way.
Walden, a line drive kick up the middle, picked up off of the turf as it is own 10. That's Martin. Martin spinning away at the 25 and brought down at the 32. Mason Kelly, the senior quarterback, coming out for his first drive of the third quarter, down 16-7 with 10:09 to go in the third quarter. So Dennis, Mason Radabicki out of the game, not playing. So it's been Colton Lynch at running back, the junior for the Indians, and he is in to start off this drive. Single receiver at the top of the formation to the left. Kelly's in the pistol, gets the waist-high snap, and he'll fake the handoff and keep it. Tried to cut up field along that far side of the field, but he tripped up and slides down. It's going to be a loss of 3 or 4 on first down for Mason Kelly.
Yeah, it looks like about a loss of 4 there, so second and 14. Not what you want to see in your first offensive play of the second half. And you're in dangerous territory back here for turnovers, too. Muskego's going to be trying to punch it out here, trying to get maybe a scoop and score or get the ball back for their offense deep here.
Second and 14 following a 4-yard loss on the run from Mason Kelly, the quarterback. Receiver to each side of the formation. Handoff to Lynch up the middle. Lynch has some running room, and he's across the 35 and brought down hard at the 38. So a big run to make up that yardage and make this a third down and manageable. It'll be a 10-yard gain, third down and 4 for the Indians with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Great tackle by Reed Cole. That was a form tackle. It's got him up, slammed him down.
Third down and 4 as we're inside 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kelly in the pistol, single receiver Martin to the near side of the formation. Lynch in at running back 2 yards behind him.
Nope.
Lynch hands it off, or gets the handoff up the middle, tripped up close to the 40-yard line, but the first down marker is at the 42.
Brian Wynn, 44, hit him head on, but he had plenty of help there to make sure he wasn't going anywhere.
Only a 2-yard gain. It's fourth down and 2. The ball was spotted at the 40, but the first down marker was at the 42. And Gavin Meyer coming on to punt again. Meyer standing back at his own 25, kicking from left to right. Nemec will be the lone returner back for Muskego. He's inside his own 30, standing about his own 28. And it's going to be a fake, a pitch up the middle. Martin has it, and he's tripped up at the 48, and it'll be a new set of downs for the Mukwonago Indians. So a short snap, a shovel pass forward. Nick Martin picks up the first down for Mukwonago. Head coach Mike Ganavik getting a little tricky, Dennis.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little early for going for it. You don't have to, but Muskego was expecting them to punt. Pickup of 8 and a big first down here. Martin, big playmaker.
7:30 to go in the third quarter. Kelly in the pistol. Gets the handoff. Lynch up the middle, dancing around, and he's got about an 11-yard gain. They'll give him 11 yards. It'll be a first down. Moves the line of scrimmage up to the 41. Mukwonago getting things moving on offense.
Best drive right now after their first one. They looked like it was going to be a 3-and-out, but now we're on our 6th play of the drive, and momentum's kind of switching the Mukwonago way.
Kelly in the pistol takes his hands out of his Navy hand warmer and hands off to Lynch up the middle again. Lynch picks up 2, maybe 3 on first down.
So that one to your bingo card. Now we've had a fake punt tonight.
So really, Dennis, we're missing something like a safety or a scoop and score or a pick 6 or a thick 6 maybe.
You're talking Jesse Nelson's favorite play, the safety.
Doesn't surprise me that's his favorite play as we're down to 6:30 to go in the third quarter. 16-7, Muskego leads Mukwonago in the state semifinal game. Nick Martin, the receiver on the right side, goes into motion. We've got whistles, and there is going to be a false start. I believe it was about 3 players for Mukwonago. Moved a little bit early that time. As Martin came into motion, but I saw Tanner Booth, the senior slot receiver, definitely moved, and I think 2 or 3 others on this near side also flinched for Mukwonago.
I thought we had penalties earlier that ended up being waved off for some reason. And now there's our first false start penalty of the game here in the third quarter. Who'd have thought?
Moves it back to make it a 2nd down and 12. 6:10 remaining. 16-7, Muskego leads Mukwonago. Kelly in the gun, Lynch flanking him to his right, single receiver Martin to the right side.
Keeper.
Kelly's going to keep it, trying to dance around, but there's defenders in his face, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard on 2nd down. 3rd and 11 coming up.
And again, that was one of the keys for Mukwonago coming in. Number 2, too many procedural penalties last week, and that's their first one tonight. But some coaches might say, like Bo, Ryan, one turnover in a game is too many. Well, for the coach here, he said one procedural penalty is too much, and they've already had one here. But let's see if they can pick up a key 3rd down play here.
It is 3rd and 11, 5:22 to go in the third quarter. Kelly out of the pistol, deuces to his left. Lynch is directly behind him. Pump fake on the screen. Now Kelly will dump it off to his tight end. Stiff arm at the 35, falling forward, close to the 30. That was Luca Tess, this junior tight end, on the reception. They're going to mark that as a 10-yard gain, 1 yard short of the first down. Offense is staying out there for Mukwonago.
Tess coming in with 13 catches, 5 touchdowns, averaging almost 20 yards a catch. And big play right there, but just a couple feet short. Let's see what they come up with here on 4th down.
1 receiver set. Nick Martin split out wide to the right side. Kelly in the pistol has Lynch behind him 2 yards back. Hard count. Hand off to Lynch up the middle. Lynch has running room. He's inside the 25, 20, 15, 10. Hit from behind inside the 5 and down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for Mukwonago. Colton Lynch with a huge 4th down run to get the Indians into the red zone.
2 big 4th down conversions here, and that was Cardelis knocking him out of bounds there. Looked like he might have gotten around the edge to score, but just came up 3 yards short. 29 big ones on 4th and 1.
4:19 to go in the third quarter. Mukwonago trails 16-7 in the state semifinal. Mason Kelly, the senior quarterback in the gun, single receiver to the left. Kelly's going to keep it on 1st down. Kelly runs into some defenders, and he is stopped for a looks like no gain. Maybe gave him a half yard on 1st down.
Liam Shaw on the bottom of the pile there, making sure he didn't get in the end zone.
And they'll say no gain. We're inside 4 minutes to go.
That was the 10th play of the drive. eating up here just over 6 minutes.
Second to goal and at the 3. One receiver to the left. Kelly in the pistol. Lynch, the lone running back, directly behind him. Chin high snap. Lynch gets the handoff up the middle.
Touchdown.
Keeps the legs churning. Is it a touchdown? No call yet. It is. Touchdown, Mukwonago. 3:33 to go in the third quarter, and it's 16-13. Mukwonago making it a one-score game.
Punched in, was not going to be denied on that one, just off right tackle. Just kept his legs moving and squirted into the end zone. And we got ourselves a ball game.
The 3-yard touchdown run from the junior Colton Lynch, his third touchdown of the season.
Yep, going for one here. If you get this, then you just need a field goal to get the lead.
Ben Siganek on for the extra point. A line drive kick is through the uprights and good. 3:33 to go. It's 16-13. Muskego still leads, but Mukwonago makes it a one-score game again. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, Muskego will get the ball back here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about all the fantastic fall deals at Metcalf's Market. Fall weather is the perfect time for your favorite crock pot recipes and meals. Visit Metcalf's Market for the best ingredients for roasts, soups, stews, and easy crock pot meals, including an extensive collection of local and premium quality produce and meats. Stop by their locations at Hilldale, near Westtown Mall, or in Wauwatosa today. Metcalf's Market. Bring local home.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
.333 to go in the third quarter. A 3-yard touchdown run from Colton Lynch, his third touchdown of the season. And it is a 2-point game, Dennis. Another squib kick from Mukwonago. And another kick out of bounds. So, Dennis, I feel like there's a certain point where maybe we should start testing these kick returners again.
Yep, Muskego out 35. That's where they started the last drive. 11 plays here from Mukwonago, 68 yards, 6:36 off the clock. So their first drive is success. First time they touched the ball was a touchdown on a kickoff return in the first half. This is their first scoring play from a series, not a special teams. So
3:33 to go in the third quarter. 16-14, Muskego leads Mukwonago in the state semifinal battle between two Classic 8 rivals. The winner heads to Camp Randall for the state championship game next Friday night. Nemec comes into motion. Handoff to Labish up the middle, and Labish is stopped again. So early in the game, Dennis, Muskego handing it off to the fullback, Jack Labish. They were getting some great yardage off of that, some big 7-8 yard carries. Now, since we've came out of the locker room, Mukwonago's been able to shut that down early on in this second half.
Yeah, that's 4 carries for just 7 yards for him in the second half.
Second down and 8 after the 2-yard gain. Line of scrimmage at the 37, going from right to left in their all-black uniforms.
Counter.
It's a counter to Nemec to the near side, and Nemec stopped at the line of scrimmage. A huge tackle by guess who? Noah Dodds. I said it before. He is 7th in the state in all divisions in tackles. Came into tonight with 134, and he just had a huge one for a loss of 1. It's 3rd down and 9. The Mukwonago fans making noise here at West Allis Athletic Complex. 3rd and 9, 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Joey Shaw, the sophomore quarterback, under center. Adjusts his line. Now crouches down, awaits the snap. Looks down both sides of the line. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. He'll go to Nemec, and Nemec dancing around, gets across the 40. He's brought down at the 41, but it's going to be a 4th down and medium, and it looks like the punting unit will come out for the Muskego Warriors. This is a huge stop for Mukwonago.
Yes, it is coming after. They had 2 4th down conversions on their touchdown drive. What they said to Muskego, no way, we're gonna force you a 3 and out, which is just what they needed. pick up a 6, so it would have been 4th and 3. This point in the game with the lead, you got to be conservative. You don't want to turn the ball over on your side of the 50. So now we'll see what we can get punting-wise here.
4th down and 3 with 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sophomore quarterback and punter Joey Shaw kicking it away. This is a high kick over to the far right sideline, bouncing at the Mukwonago 20, goes out of bounds near the 15. They'll spot it out at the 16. So the Mukwonago Indians will start with the ball at their own 16-yard line, down by 2 with 1:21 to go in the third quarter. Stoughton Health provides trusted care close to home. They're proud to support all of the area's student athletes and wish them all the best this season. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more.
Shaw once again flipping the field, and 2 punts inside the 5. This one now inside the 20. So going to make them go 84 yards here to punch it in, and we'll see what Mukwonago can come up with.
Mason Kelly will be in the pistol. Receiver to each side. Now he brings Martin into motion from the left side over to the right. Lynch gets the handoff straight ahead again, spinning around down to the 20. So pick up of 4 on first down. That's exactly what Mukwonago wants out of those handoffs up the middle. Just get yourself 4 yards every single time if you can.
Oh, I haven't seen a team convert 2 4th downs in a situation like this all season long. This is the time to do it. It's a live or die, survive and advance to Camp Randall.
And the winner of this game heads to Camp Randall Friday night for the Division I state championship game. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kelly stepping up to the line to audible. He has 1 receiver wide to the right. Lynch 2 yards behind him out of the pistol. Kelly brings his hands out in front of him, gets the snap, hands it off to Lynch, spins off of 1 tackle, gets close to the first down marker. He's brought down at the 28. And we're down to 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mukwonago trails Muskego by 2, 16-14.
Guess who? That was Liam Shaw on the bottom of the pile once again. And looks like that's going to be it.
Yep, Mukwonago is just going to let the clock run down and switch directions as we head into the fourth quarter of action. We are 12 minutes away from one of these 2 rivals heading to Camp Randall for the Division I state championship game. When we come back, the start of the fourth quarter right here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Saving lives, 1 mammogram at a time. That's what we do at Stoughton Health. All women 40 and older should schedule their annual mammogram. Stoughton Health uses 3D technology for better, earlier breast cancer detection. All mammogram appointments from October through November will receive a coupon for a discounted manicure at participating local salons. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan and Quartz. Appointments are just 2 to 3 weeks out. Call 608-873-2299. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
12 minutes to go, and one of these 2 Classic 8 conference rivals will be heading to Camp Randall for a chance to lift a gold ball and a state championship in Division I. I'm Hunter Vaughn. Here with me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Summerow.
Under a full moon.
Yes, under a full moon here at West Allis Athletic Complex. I'll give it to you since one of the West Allis mascots, Hale, is a Husky. So yes. I'll give you the howl.
I had to tonight.
3rd down and 3. Kelly in the pistol. 1 receiver to his right. Lynch 2 yards behind him again. Lynch is going to get the handoff to the right side, breaks away from a tackle. He's across the 30. He's got enough for a first down to the 31. Probably should have been a face mask call, but there is no call, and it's a 1st and 10 for Mukwonago.
Yeah, he was determined. He dragged Axelrod a few yards on that one.
Quickly back up to the line. Kelly hands it off again to Lynch. Lynch this time up the middle. Gets hit at the line and picks up a couple on first down.
So it's now 2 fourth-down conversions and 1 for 1 on third. Well, 1 for 3 since they didn't convert the third down, but they got it on fourth down. Mukwonago's able to move the ball here in the second half. They made the adjustments, and they're just grinding it out here, kind of playing Muskego football.
And one of your keys to the game before in the pregame show was taking care of the football. They've been able to do that as well, and they haven't had a ton of procedural penalties that plagged them in their win over Arrowhead last week. 2nd down and 7 with 11 minutes to go in the game. Kelly out of the pistol. It's another handoff, but this time no gain. Liam Shaw was in the backfield to bring down Colton Lynch. And the fans wanted a horse collar tackle that time, but again, no call from the officials, and that loss backs them up to 3rd down and 9. We have 10:35 to go in the game. Muskego leads by 2.
That, baby, is a tackle for loss. Count that one in your scorebook.
3rd down and 9. Kelly's in the gun. Deuces to his right. Lynch flanking him to the right. Kelly has his hands inside his warmer in front of him. A low snap. Now a shovel pass up to Lynch. Lynch cuts upfield. Gets across the 35. He's tripped up and brought down at the 36. And it'll make it a 4th down and 4. So the punting unit will come out for the Indians. So we're inside 10 minutes to go in the game. Muskego leads 16-14 here in this Division I state semifinal. The winner plays the winner of Bayport and DC Everest at Camp Randall. Muskego putting no one back on this one. So Meyer sending this punt to no one, and it'll take a bounce at the 26 and rolls down to the 21. It'll be a 1st and 10 at their own 21 for the Muskego Warriors, who lead 16-14 with 9:30 to go in this 4th quarter.
Now Muskego started on the 35 last time, so on that exchange, I picked up 14 yards there, flipping the field. And now Muskego trying to grind it out. This is an offense that could run literally the rest of the game off the clock here.
Joey Shaw, again, will be under center as he is all game long with 9:30 to go in the game, up 16-14. Shaw gets the snap, hands it off to Labish. Labish dancing around, gets across the 25 and brought down at the 26. Pickup of 5 on first down for the Warriors. They get quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. As Joey Shaw goes over to that far sideline to get the play call from head coach Ken Krause.
No dilly-dallying around. They're out for blood. Get it up there, get it going.
We're down to 9 minutes left. Adjusting the line again. They'll have an unbalanced line towards the right side. It's a handoff to the fullback, Labish again. He gets hit at the 30 and brought down. He'll be close to the first down marker. We'll have to see where the spot is.
Might just be short.
They are going to mark him short, so it's only a gain of 3. A gain of 1. So it's 3rd down and 2. Shaw under center. He gets the snap, hands it off to Labish, but we've got a penalty, and it'll be a false start on Muskego. So that's going to back them up and make this a 3rd down and 7 now after the penalty.
It was 2nd and 7 when Mukwonago got theirs, but then 2 plays later converted on 4th down. And we'll see what happens here if Muskego can convert here.
Mukwonago defense trying to get the fans here to make some noise for this 3rd down and 7. Muskego has it at their own 24. They adjust the formation, going strong to this right side. Shaw adjusting things. A little bit of confusion. Now they're set. Shaw under center. Looking down both sides of the line. Nemec Rolls over to the left side. We've got another penalty.
Yep. Their hesitation looked like anemic in motion.
And the Muskego fans want a late hit as Dodds came crashing in at Joey Shaw, but I don't think he was able to hear the whistle. But this looks like it'll be another false start, and it'll back up Muskego even further now.
Looks like a 3rd and 12 on the 20.
Some confusion. You can hear the boos coming from the far sideline with the Muskego fans. They are not happy with the officials. They wanted that late hit penalty to get called against Dobbs.
So now no mistakes there. Muskego's got to try to, they don't get the first down. They're going to have to try to flip the field with a punt and turn it over to their defense.
And the scoreboard is still showing that it's a 3rd down and 7. They haven't moved the chains. And now they do switch it, so it will be a 3rd down and 12. It was just making sure we weren't missing something there. So a 3rd down and 12 with 8:01 to go in the game. Huge 3rd down here for both teams as Muskego leads 16-14. Clock running inside 8 minutes. Muskego again adjusting their formation. Shaw under center, looking down both sides of the line. Nemec comes into motion. Handoff to Nemec to that far side. Nemec cutting upfield. He's hit at the 24, and he is stopped. So this will be a 4th down and medium coming up for Muskego. And guess who, Dennis, was there again? Noah Dodds, the junior middle linebacker.
Yep, I saw Sam Diekfuss, number 9, as well in on the play there. That was a gang tackle. So he's able to pick up 5 of the yards from one of the false start penalties, but still way short of the first down. And I don't think we'll see a fake punt here.
4th and 6. And Shaw standing at his own 10. A high kick. Shaw drops it. He's able to pick it up. Now he's going to take off and try and run with it. He is hit at the... He was able to get the punt off. It takes a Mukwonago roll.
That is making something out of nothing. Great play by the sophomore. Being able to first corral the snap and then still get the ball off somehow.
Yeah, and he got hit hard as he was able to get that kick off. And I think some fans on the far sideline for Muskego wanting a roughing the kicker, but he rolled out after that bobbled snap, so that eliminates any roughing the kicker penalty there. And able to still get a kickoff, get a roll, and it is now a 1st and 10 at their own 28 with 6:41 to go in the game. Mukwonago trails Muskego in the state semifinal.
That punt went 47 yards. Think about how tough that was in that situation. Could have been the other way. So that could be a key play here in the game if Mukwonago doesn't score.
Receiver to each side of the formation for Kelly. He now brings Martin into motion from the right side. Hands it off to Lynch up the middle. Lynch dancing around, lowers his shoulder. He's got enough for a first down. That'll be a pickup of 10. They actually moved him back a little bit further than I thought they would. So they're going to say a gain of 9. It's 2nd down and 1. I thought that was a pickup of 10 and enough for the first down.
Well, they put 1st and 10 on the scoreboard.
They did, and they're going to have to switch it because it is 2nd down and 1. Now they move it. 2nd down at 1 at their own 37. Going from right to left are the Mukwonago Indians. Kelly in the pistol. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Fake the handoff to Lynch. He's looking to throw it to Martin down the near sideline. Jump ball, and it's intercepted at the 20. Brady Honacki, the senior corner, with the huge interception. The first team All-Classic 8 cornerback gets his 3rd interception of the year, and with 5:54 to go in the game, the Muskego Warriors get the ball back.
Oh, see Martin trying to fight for position. Honacki, great job of getting his body in front of the receiver and the quarterback and leaping up and picking that pass off.
Brady Honacki with the huge interception.
First team all-conference also. He's made the all-region team for the coaches, so he's up for all-state honors. That was an all-state play right there. Pressure on and a big play. That again, flipping the field with that punt. And now the interception. And now 5:54 to go. This is grinded out time. Muskego can smell it.
Muskego leads 16-14. Jack Labish gets the handoff, and he goes nowhere. So the Mukwonago defense, they're doing a great job against Jack Labish in this second half.
Yeah, you like to see them trying to get out to the edge or get some kind of a play, because right now he's got 8 men in the box, and they're pretty much taking away anything they can do up the middle.
5:30 remaining in the game. Muskego up 16-14. In case you're just joining us, the winner of this game between Muskego and Mukwonago heads to Camp Randall for the Division I state championship game next Friday night.
Clock is Mukwonago's enemy right now. Muskego just needs to pick up a couple of first downs and be able to run this down.
Shaw, hard count, hands it off to Nemec around the end. Nemec trying to get the edge. He's able to at the 35-40, spinning off of tackles all the way down to the 45. So a 23-yard gain. Or excuse me, 22-yard gain. I never said math was my strong suit, Dennis, but I'll take being off by one on that one.
That's 22, yes.
22-yard gain.
Needed to get the ball outside. They did that little counter, and once he got to the edge, that's his strength. They were able to get outside. They didn't have the Labish up the middle. That's what they were missing with their offense. But Labish could stop. Somebody else is going to hurt you, either him or Nemec or Lato.
1st and 10 at their own 46. Labish hit again, able to pick up a yard, but then driven backwards. The front 7.
You're just trying to get a couple yards up the middle, but they're not getting much. They're going to have to get outside again. Or I can see them trying to get Labish out in the flat, where they did a couple of times in the first half.
We're down to 4:10 to go in the game.
Clock is ticking here.
Muskego leading 16-14 on their rivals, Mukwonago. 2nd down and 9 at their own 47, going left to right. Shaw brings his left tackle over to the right side of the formation now. Looks down each side of the line. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's got Lato coming around the near side. He's across midfield. Stiff arm at the first down marker, and he is shoved out of bounds at the 41. Nick Lato, the senior running back, with a first down carry.
That's it. 2 first downs now in their territory. 41 picked up 12 yards on that. A couple of big plays there on 2nd down.
Dennis, you said one of the keys to the game for Mukwonago, assignment football. They're doing their assignment on defense against Labish, just haven't been able to contain Lato and Nemec enough on those sweeps and counters.
You have to be able to get them out, get outside, stretching that defense.
3:44 to go in the game. 1st and 10 at the Mukwonago 41. And it's a handoff up the middle for Labish. We've got some whistles. I'm not seeing a signal for it.
Timeout, Mukwonago.
And it is a timeout for Mukwonago. Just a little bit of confusion there on who exactly called the timeout. I didn't see the signal at first. That's the first timeout called for Mukwonago. Both teams have 2 timeouts to go. We'll take a 30-second break with 3:33 to go in the game. Muskego leads 16-14 here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
3:37 to go in the game. They put a couple of seconds back on the clock, or 4 seconds back on. 2nd down and 7 at the 38 for Muskego. Going from left to right, they lead 16-14. Trying to ice this game and head to Camp Randall. Jack Labish gets the handoff up the middle. He is stopped again, only a pickup of 2. That takes 6 seconds off of the clock. And we have another timeout from Mukwonago. Dennis, you said during that timeout to me that this was the perfect time to start using those timeouts if you're Mukwonago.
Yes, Saskatchewan, number 97, got a handle there, got him stood up, and then they get the stop, and then right away call it to preserve as much time now. Now you need a big stop right here, and then, Muskego can still go for it. If they pick up 3 yards, that 4th and 1 play, we'll get another timeout, I'm sure.
Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Check out The Buzz at Madison Ax, your state-of-the-art entertainment spot with 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard, 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, and more. Perfect for a night out with the family or parties. Madison Ax is your destination for all things fun. Go to MadisonAx.com or head to their locations on Stoughton Road today. 3rd down and 4 for Muskego, leading 16-14 with 3:31 to go in the game. Shaw under center, going from left to right. Ball spotted in the middle of the hash marks. Shaw fakes the handoff, fumble in the backfield. Lado can't fall on it. It's scooped up by Mukwonago. Mukwonago still running with it. He's got the ball at the 30 and finally brought down. There's a scrum on the field, and it is mayhem on the Mukwonago sideline.
Sam Diekvas, number 9, looked like came up with that fumble and rumbling, stumbling down the sideline.
The senior defensive end, Sam Diekvas, with the huge scoop with 3:20 to go and great starting field position for the Mukwonago Indians and a chance to win the game still. We thought Muskego was just going to try and run out that clock and head into Camp Randall. All of a sudden, Mukwonago with 3:20 to go and a timeout, down by 2. They've got life.
Yep, perfect times for those 2 timeouts. Coach played it perfectly there now.
Kelly, hands off to Lynch. Lynch hit at the line and brought backwards.
91, there it is again. Liam Shaw, he's the one that was the wall of resistance there.
No gain on first down, 2nd and 10. Clock is moving with 3 minutes to go in the game. Mukwonago just needs a field goal to win it.
Probably about the 20, 23, somewhere around there. So need another first down here before, and that's still a long one on a cold night.
Kelly in the pistol, 2 receivers to his right. Colton Lynch behind him, 2 yards back. Kelly holding his hands out, gets the chest high snap. Pump fakes to the right, dropping back, scrambling out to the right, looking downfield, still looking. Now he's going to run with it. He is inside the 30 and steps out of bounds at the 25. Pickup of 6 on 2nd down. Makes it a 3rd down and 4. 2:27 to go in the game. Dennis, I'm going to assume that this is 4-down territory, and they would try and go for it if they only pick up a couple here on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, well, here's your question on how much you trust your field goal kicker. Right now, this would be a 42-yard attempt if they don't get anything else, which is pushing it. Then how much belief do you have in your offensive line? Mukwonago has 2 first-team all-conference and 3 honorable mention. They trust this line.
Kelly in the pistol. He's got his toes on the 30. Brings Martin into motion from the right side over to the left. Kelly's going to keep it. Dancing around, and he is brought backwards. A loss of 2. Couldn't get anything going as the defense for Muskego got there with 2:15 to go, and it's a 4th down and 6.
They broke that one up, yeah. He had nowhere to go, nowhere to hand off, and it was just don't turn the ball over there. Hang on to it so you can live for another play.
4th and 6. Clock is running. We're down to 1:50 to go.
So now this is a 44-yard field goal attempt if they try it.
And we've got a timeout. So it is a timeout. Mukwonago, no timeouts left now as they use their 3rd one. So Dennis, 4th down and 6. You got the game on the line here. what's the conversation like? Anybody that you think they are going to be trying to target here to pick up these 6 yards if you're Mukwonago?
Well, if Bicky was playing, be no doubt who that's their number one choice. Nick Martin, going to try to run an out pattern with him. He hasn't touched the ball much here in the second half. That would be an option on a run play. I don't, fourth. That's a lot to ask for 6 yards. So I think they might have to put it up in the air. Again, I think they're trying to think about. You see your kickers. You see these guys practice, and you know what the range is kind of. But on a night like tonight, I don't know.
Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roads. Whether you're an athlete or a spectator, control your drive on the roads to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed, don't be reckless. 0 in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives.
If this was Walden, I'd say they'd go for Muskego would go for the field goal. He's a soccer player, and they know his strength of his leg. This one, no, I think they're going to try to come up with something. They got 2 receivers split left.
They do with Martin and Booth to the left. Kelly in the gun. He's got Lynch flanking him to the left. Kelly with his hands out in front of him. Goes a hard count. Now gets the snap. Chest-high snap.
Oh,
quarterback draw. Yeah. Runs into his own
No.
lineman. He is brought down. Turnover on downs. The Muskego Warriors get the stop after the fumble, and 1:40 left to go on the clock. Muskego's going to be going to Camp Randall, Dennis.
Yes, it's now victory formation time. Yeah, I said the 6 is too much. They thought maybe you could get something on the draw, but that was too much to ask for them. So he ended up picking up nothing. Basically got to the line of scrimmage, so no gain.
No gain on that quarterback draw. Mason Kelly just didn't see anywhere to go with the ball.
They say 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, they were 2 out of 3 on 4th down conversions, but they needed that one to keep the game going. Now you got to go in victory formation.
Shaw will kneel it down for the first down.
And no timeouts left for Mukwonago.
So, Dennis, this Muskego squad, again, they lost 4 games this season, 3 in a row. They lost to Mukwonago in week 4, then fell at Arrowhead and at Germantown, got a win against Kettle Moraine, but then lost to Oconomowoc. They finished in 4th in the Classic 8 conference, and now they're 60 seconds away from clinching a spot in the state championship game.
Defense wins championships, and the only team to score more than 21 points against Muskego's defense was Mukwonago in week number 4 when they got 34, and right now they've held them to 14 tonight. Fantastic job for the defense. Offense just enough. 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
And Shaw kneels it down again.
And that's it.
The Mukwonago defense staying out there. I think they expect one more play to go. We're down to 18 seconds to go. But it is all over. The Muskego Warriors, a chance to win their 3rd state title. They won back-to-back in 18 and 19. Maybe could have gone 3 in a row, but now they'll have a chance to get the gold ball number 3.
Here it is for the Warriors. Well fought, and for Mukwonago, a heck of a game. But this is what we talked about with defense. Mukwonago only had the 4 possessions, and one was a turnover on downs in 4 plays, and the other was an interception on 2. So Muskego did what they had to do. They got the field goal to give them just enough. They gave up a touchdown, but then a couple of key plays. You got to just like the way that the Warriors played defense tonight. Fantastic.
They came up with stops when they needed them most to get the 16-14 victory and head back to Camp Randall. The Muskego Warriors getting the victory after finishing again in 4th place in the Classic 8 conference. They get wins over Oak Creek, Franklin, Neenah, and now their arch rival Mukwonago. And they're headed to Camp Randall for the state title game. We'll take a quick break, get our final thoughts, as well as pick our Pizza Hut player of the game coming up next on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
When life takes an unexpected turn, turn to Pemberton Personal Injury Law Firm. Pemberton's client-centered approach ensures that you're treated with respect, care, and compassion. Never just another case. With offices in Madison and Baraboo, Pemberton has the experience to secure the justice and compensation you deserve. Serving clients statewide, there are no fees until you win. Trust a firm that treats you like family. Visit Pemberton Personal Injury Law at pembertonpi.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
UW Credit Union here, celebrating new branches with ribbon-cutting ceremonies. And not just our convenient local branches. We're also including our mobile app, which is like a branch in your pocket, to check accounts, make transfers, and more on the go. So now, branches are opening 24/7, which is great for our members, but hard on our fingies. Oh, cramp. UW Credit Union, local mobile banking made simple. Federally insured by NCUA.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
We've let Da Bears, that 85 team, the monsters of the Midway, cloud our version of what the Bears are historically as a franchise because of this lore and image around them. When we're talking about the worst franchises in all of sports, the Chicago Bears have got to be mentioned.
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekdays from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Ax, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Ax is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAx.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
16-14, the Muskego Warriors coming away with the semifinal victory as they head to the Division I state championship game next Friday night at Camp Randall. When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is proud to sponsor all of the area of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started in 1965. From football to volleyball, soccer to tennis, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit ruralmutual.com, WIAA, to see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. Alongside me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Summerow, as the Muskego Warriors, again, getting the huge victory over their rivals to head to the state championship game. For over 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at zimbrickhonda.com. So, Dennis, before we choose our Pizza Hut player of the game, some final thoughts here on this battle in the Classic 8 between Muskego and Mukwonago.
Well, defensively, it was just a great job for Muskego. They gave up only 80 yards total offense in the first half, and other than the 68-yard drive that Mukwonago had to start the second half for their only touchdown from on the offensive side, they were able to hold them to 124 yards in the rest of the game. So, and in that second half, their last three drives were 12 plays for 44 yards. So once Mukwonago got back, Muskego turned the defensive pressure up, and they were able to take advantage. Big interception. Unfortunately, they had a fumble, but then they got the stop. Instead of a 3-and-out, it was a 4-and-out, and on fourth down, quarterback tried to make a play, and they snuffed it. And there's nothing better when you get to go to victory formation and do it 3 times in a row. That was incredible for the Warriors. And now for Ken Krause getting a chance to lead the Warriors to their 3rd state championship. We'll see what happens next Friday night.
GRB Academy wants to be a part of your plan to reach your potential. Utilize GRB Academy's 52,000 square foot facility, 14 batting cages, and 6,000 square foot weight room. With private instruction, group training programs, travel teams, GRB Academy prides itself on providing the highest level of coaching for the baseball player in your family. Visit GRB Academy for more information. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. 16-14, the Muskego Warriors take down their rival, the Mukwonago Indians, in the state semifinal game to head to Camp Randall. And, of course, Dennis, just as I'm saying that, Jesse Nelson, the Muskego alum, our content manager, just sending a smiley face emoji.
Yes.
Not surprised at all, and he's earned it. I get it. We're sort of happy for you, Jesse Nelson, as your alma mater heads back to Camp Randall, a chance to get their 3rd gold ball.
Well, I'll tell you, the motto for the Mukwonago is climb the hill. They started climbing hills back in May, and every Sunday afternoon, right through the season, they go find a hill somewhere around town, and they climb it. They do sprints up and down it. And it said we had one more hill to climb against Muskego. Well, they knocked you down. Jack went up the hill and fell down the hill. So Muskego, again, credit them. Mukwonago, just a fantastic season. They started out the season with 534 yards of offense against Marquette, but they couldn't get to the 200-yard mark. They needed one more good drive. They had a chance here to get in the field goal range maybe, but it was just outside. To expect a high school kicker to kick it 40-plus yards in cold weather like this is asking an awful lot. You know, we get some special ones every once in a while, and those are the ones that end up at Camp Randall for the Badgers. That's not a normal occurrence. Normally, you're not going to show anything unless you're inside the 20, and that was asking too much for Mukwonago tonight. But again, just a great game and a classic game for the Classic 8. What can you say? That's the big conference, and in Madison we like our teams in that area, but there's a lot of pride in this Milwaukee suburban area. And then this was a fantastic showing. We couldn't have asked for anything better.
Milk has been building champions for centuries. Why? Research shows that real milk builds pregame muscle, and low-fat chocolate milk restores post-game muscle for athletes like few other beverages. That's why pro athletes and players know they're going to need milk to fuel their performance. Learn their inspiring stories at gonnaneedmilk.com. Brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. 16-14, our final score. The Muskego Warriors taking down the Mukwonago Indians to head to Camp Randall for the Division I state championship game. We'll try and find some of the other semifinal scores from around the state tonight, as well as we got to pick our Pizza Hut player of the game, Dennis. It's going to be a tough one. I'm going to guess it's going to be somebody from the Muskego Warriors, but you'll hear who we pick next on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
The host might be irrelevant, but the conversations aren't.
It seems like they're taking the Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl in Cincinnati, is how I view that expression.
Did you just bring up a schoolyard?
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe, presented by Door County Distillery.
I was calling the Cleveland Browns poop while also tying in the Cincinnati.
A recess joke.
I thought I nailed it.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe, presented by Door County Distillery. Live on ESPN Madison's YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973, and they're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether it's the sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none and has exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and lease a 2025 Honda HR-V Sport all-wheel drive for as low as $199 per month, or browse their selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
As a bull rider, I prefer to do things single-handedly. That's why I love the UW Credit Union app. Doggy! It lets me check accounts, make transfers and more on the go. And if I need an extra hand, UW Credit Union has convenient local branches. Yippee! So, if you want simple mobile banking, mosey on over to UW Credit Union. They're here for every y'all. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
(16-14), the Muskego Warriors winning over the Mukwonago Indians. Muskego heading back to Camp Randall, and a chance to get another gold ball for the Warriors. As we're looking around to try and find some of the other area scores.
I got one for you here.
Yep.
DC Everest with the 10-yard screen pass for a touchdown. A 2-point play is good with 1:58 left. DC Everest 30, Bayport 34, DC Everest 27. I bet you there's an onside kick coming.
I would guess that is probably a good.
What a game that's down to the end. So it looks like they recover it. It'd be Bayport, which the Mukwonago coach was hoping it was Bayport because three of former coaches he was with are coaching for Bayport, but wasn't meant to be for Mukwonago tonight.
And that's because of the connections from head coach for Mukwonago, Mike Ganavek's ties to Fond du Lac, where he used to coach, as well as now Coach Jorgensen for Bayport was the head coach for Fond du Lac as well, if you're wondering where those ties are. Some other scores: Baldwin Woodville up 40-16 over Winneconne. We had Lemira up 36-0 on Belleville, our last Madison area team, Dennis. Looking like they're heading home at the semifinal level. And then Catholic Memorial 31, Wisconsin Lutheran 14 for some of those final scores. But Dennis, it's now time for you to pick the Pizza Hut player of the game.
No one out-pizzas the Hut, and no one outperformed this player tonight. The player of the game is presented by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Dennis, we know it's going to be a Muskego Warrior. Just which Warrior is it for our Pizza Hut player of the game? Do you go with somebody like Jackson Nemec, the running back who had an 18-yard touchdown run and a couple of big carries to get some first downs that kept drives alive for the Warriors? Maybe Brady Hornacki, the senior cornerback. He had that interception late that sealed the game for them. But who are you going with?
Well, yeah, Hornacki gets the play of the game with the interception.
Okay.
But the player of the game goes to, yes, this guy could be the defensive player of the year in the state. Liam Shaw had him for 2 sacks and a couple tackles for loss. When there was a pile, he was usually in the bottom of it, leading that defensive line. He and Nick McCullough, arguably two of the best pair of defensive linemen in the state. McCullough also made some nice plays tonight. He's going to be a future Harvard. He made a Harvard commit. And I'm not sure where Shaw's going to be going yet, but he should be going somewhere. Just an outstanding pass rusher. He came into the game with 13 sacks and 83 tackles, and he was, a home wrecker tonight. He was in the backfield an awful lot against Mukwonago.
Liam Shaw, the senior defensive end for the Muskego Warriors, your Pizza Hut player of the game. Pizza Hut wings are the best thing to happen to pizza night since, well, pizza. Introducing Pizza Hut's new big boneless wing bundle. For only $15.99, enjoy 16 crispy boneless wings in 2 different flavors, 2 dipping sauces, and a double order of fries. The wings are sauced and tossed to perfection and available in 9 different flavors. It's the perfect bundle for game days, family nights, or any tailgate party. Order now on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Dennis, unfortunately, I didn't look up where the nearest Pizza Hut is to us tonight. It's the one time all season I didn't look it up. The last game of the season, and I'm going to own that one. I dropped the ball there. I'm not sure where we can go and get some Pizza Hut on our drive back to Madison.
76 in Howard, Milwaukee.
There we go.
That's good enough for me.
In Howard.
That's good enough for me.
Perfect. We'll go and get our Pizza Hut on the way home from this one. As, again, Muskego 16, Mukwonago 14. The Muskego Warriors heading back to Camp Randall for the Division I state championship game where they'll play either DC Everest or Bayport, depending on who wins that game as that game is wrapping up. As this has been Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Jesse says there is a Pizza Hut in Muskego. He wanted to throw one more plug in for Muskego.
So we've got a Pizza Hut in Muskego as well. For over 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. I'm Hunter Vaughn. I want to say thank you to my color commentator this evening, as he has been all season long, Dennis Summerow, our video producer, Pablo Iglesias, and our audio producer back at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison station, or studios, Chrissy Birdsall. Do you have a final score, Dennis? Is that what you're stopping
La Crosse Aquinas' 20-game WIAA football playoffs winning streak, the longest in the state, is over. Racine St. Catherine's 12, La Crosse Aquinas 6. So we'll see St. Catherine's at Camp Randall next week.
There you go. One final score update. Thank you to everyone involved in this broadcast. I am Hunter Vaughn, and this has been Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
For 71 years.